Well, hello out there, and welcome to your Vision Walking podcast. Our mission is to impact the world by helping individuals know, speak, and share their purpose to make the world a better place. So we'll be talking about building a stronger community. Our guest today is Amari Williams. Thank you for joining us today. We know you served in the United States Marine Corps, and we just like to say thank you for your service to this great nation. And today, you work at a local high school where you help students point to their vision. And so today, the question is, how do you help students identify role models and build relationships?
Thanks for having me today, Sherman. It's such an excellent question because I think when it comes to education and our children, they're the backbone of our community. In order to help them identify, especially when it comes to positive relationships and role models, it's to be one. It's to be an image of what they can see themselves like, as a good parent, good mom or dad, good big brother, good big sister. You want to definitely be an example for them to actually not only see and make it more tangible, but that way, if they ever could see themselves placed in your shoes, then it's a lot more clear to them what that's going to look like.
Right. And so can you share out on some role models that you had coming up as a kid?
Role models. My father, top and foremost, he was a foster child, grew up in some real tough areas of Compton, California. And at the same time, he kept these godly principles within himself. So that way, when he raised us, that it would also instill in us those examples. Some of the things he's done throughout life, he was always understanding. As children, he always wanted to play with us. Just as a brother, he's the second oldest of 20, and he just always helped take care of just his family and really everything around him. Because if you take care of the community around you, you take care of your family. It's great to take care of your family the best you can, but without making sure that the world and environment around them is safe, that's a bigger purpose. And that's kind of how he was growing up. And that's how he kind of made me as his oldest boy. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I've seen it work. I've seen it work in schools. I've seen it work in the Marine Corps. I've seen it work in industry. Right. And that, it's to lead with this positive attitude based off of Jesus Christ's principles of love and understanding, it works. Love thy neighbor, it works.
Yeah. Well, great, man. How would you, if you were to give me some feedback or the folks out there in the community feedback on establishing good relationships, what would be some points that you would give them?
A little bit of the cliche from Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. You got to be honest with yourself, your own limitations, and educate yourselves. I think a lot of us kind of grow up with this understanding that, we no longer need to be taught. But my father, my role model, he can tell you to this day that he still learns every day. He's still changing every day. The way that he used to deal out discipline back then, he doesn't do it the same way these days because, there's a 22-year difference between me and my youngest sibling. Oh, wow. So you get to see him evolve and become a better person because he's constantly teaching himself. Even at 69 years old, he's constantly teaching himself. Being that person, that example, who you show that you can change. You show that, yes, I'm the adult and I'm talking to a student. I'm not always right, but I'm trying my best to help you out because you're the one who needs this education even more than I do. You need to learn these principles to take care of your life better. But if I'm not the example of that, then how are you going to really know how these principles are going to work if you're applying them? I think a lot of us take for granted that, no, young people are looking at you every day. They're looking at the work you do. They're looking at how much honest work you put into what you do, right, and the rewards that you reap. If they see somebody messing around and they're getting all this money, they're like, well, he looks like he has it easy. And even if you're working hard, getting all this money, you can't just be reckless about making it look like you didn't strive for it because it does take work. When young people kind of see the rewards, but they don't see the work put in it, once again, a skewed vision. So you got to be careful also how even you show off that little bit of like, yeah, but I earned this. I need you to understand I earned this.
Right. Man, that was so powerful there. And one of the other things, if you can lead somebody with one more thing when building or finding a role model, what examples would you give them, or what steps would you recommend for role model? I know we talked about relationships.
Yeah.
But let's look at the role model.
There's. I think we're easily hurt. I can talk to students, and they can talk about that one or two teachers that really hurt them, and that's unfortunate. That's upsetting. But you can also focus on those dozen other teachers who every step of the way wanted you to succeed, wanted you to push ahead, wanted you to move forward. We have tons of role models in our community. I know right now there's a lot of stress on police officers, but at the same time, there's a lot of good police officers. And there should be a spotlight, but at the same time, a balance. I mean, it's hard for me to call myself a good person when I let bad things happen under my watch.
Right.
So those are things to look out for in yourself and people around you. You got to be proactive and apologetic. So when you're looking for a role model, look for somebody who knows how to say, I'm sorry, and be sincere about it. Because it's hard to lead if you feel like you're always right. It's just using these humble, godly principles that will guide you forward. And those are the things that you should look for. It's hard to find them in people. Some of them is kind of the snake oil salesman, but at the same time, those principles, you can see those in people. Because that's why we're here, especially with vision walking. It's one of those things that I think that's a kind of a self-realization, being able to help others look within themselves and be like, you know what, I do want to be that way. Right. It's a leadership tool, and I think those are the type of things people. But you have to be proactive about it. You have to be proactive about what you're looking for in other people in that good way, and what you're looking for in yourself.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Your Vision Walking, where we intentionally help others see how we are uniquely connected. Thanks again. Hoorah.
Hoorah.